Hey everybody, welcome back. This is X-Wing RLJ with my 34th video for the walkthrough of Subnautica. So if you remember from my last video, uh, we are looking for uh, biological samples in order to create an enzyme to help the Sea Dragon eggs hatch. We went through the first teleport gate and came to the base, and I dropped off the extra biological samples that I had that were not needed for the enzyme. I am now taking my sea moth from my base to another teleport gate over near the island where the sunbeam was shot out of the sky. And this is to expedite some travel later on. And I won't swim back to the base via this route here. I'm just going to go through the teleporter, go through the base, go through the other teleporter, and then back to my base. It's a shorter distance, I think. I could be wrong, but I think it is. And of course, shorter distance means a shorter swim time. So we are back at the island where the alien facility is. Right here. And there it is. And like I said, it is the one where the sunbeam was shot down. That's the structure that shot it down. So if you get to this point, you want to turn left and look down, and you'll see this kind of a cube with little tendrils going out. Mechanical, of course. Just head down to it. There's another cube after it. And then you got a little stalagmite there, and then another cube down further, and that is where the teleport gate is. That is the one that the Sea Dragon Empress uncovered for you on the other end. So we're just going to leave the sea moth there. It's going to be, like I said, facilitate our travel later on. Once you're through, you're just going to swim to the teleport gate at the other end of this tank down here. And we're going to go through it to get back up above. Now this video is about 5 minutes longer than my target time, but I did cut a bunch out, and I had a lot of areas where I put on double speed, of course, as you'll see, and as you've already seen.
Unlike other alien facilities, scans indicate this location supports a diverse and healthy ecosystem. Explanation unclear.
Through the gate, takes us back above. And Mary, you're going to jump off the ledge. Be careful you don't jump into the water. Actually, that's a problem when you're in the prawn. When you're not in your prawn, it's not a big deal. So you're going to head through the doors and go back through the teleporter to the immediate right in this room here. First one to the right here. Same one we went to earlier. Our prawn is still parked on the other end of this one. Now, I'm also going to get what I need to make some more ion batteries. So I will pick that up, and I'll make the rubber matting, or whatever it's called, in order to make some more ion power cells for the sub. Back out here, the water, past the prawn, and up out of the canyon. Now I do make a mistake here. I'm in here and I go and I cut creep vine. Creep vine isn't what I need though. But I didn't realize that until I cut it and went back to my base. Bear with me here as my recording takes me through my mistake. I didn't want to waste the creep vine, so I went ahead and made some fiber mesh. And then I did some inventory management, but I edited it out. You'll see right here where it fades. Okay, so we're gonna head back to water so I can run and get some of the creep vine seed clusters. And that is, if you remember, the yellow pods and the stuff right there. And don't need tools or anything, just grab it. If you played this far, you already know this, of course. So and then back to the base so I can make the silicone rubber.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And now it's back to the prawn, so we can head back into the alien base and continue with our quest for the hatching enzymes.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So we've got the prawn, back into the cave. We have 3 more ingredients we need for the enzyme. Only the last one has any danger to it, really. I'm careful through as I go down and get each one, because there may still be some predators that are, could be on the edge of predator territory. So I keep a lookout for sharks and stalkers and the warping characters. Now the next one to the room to the right, you're going to use a data terminal in here, and then everything else in here is just for to scan. So you can skip. Once you get the data terminal, you can skip the rest of this if you like until we get back out. I'll put it on double speed. Now there is one thing, I thought maybe that on the wall there was a map of the facility maybe, but if it is, I couldn't figure it, I couldn't make heads or tails of it, so I'm thinking it's just a design. So back out, we're going to go to the next door to the right. There's 3 doors on each side of the room. The center door of each one is just basically just for scanning stuff. So like I said, you could skip that if you like. This here is the next one. We're just going around the room counterclockwise. You gotta hop out, put an ion cube in to power the teleporter, and then head on through. So here you're gonna follow the path out, or the cave rather, you're going to come across another force shield, just like before. It keeps the water out. And for this one and the other two that we have yet to do yet, I leave the prawn inside the force field. Never know what's out there, and never know if the prawn is going to help or hinder. So you can grab the biologic sample off that bulb bush. Oh, and you don't have to worry about crush depth or anything like that as you go. We go through these. Each of these teleport sites takes us to. Each of the teleporters takes us to a site that is above our crush depth. For swimming, it doesn't hurt us or nothing. And it doesn't hurt the prawn either. It's not deep. So we got the bulb brush sample, and we're back through the teleporter. And as we go through here, we're going to head back to the main room. And as we go through the main room, so if you got to cross it, you can go ahead if you want to and drill out the remade ion cubes again. And then move on. Again, next door to the right, past the ramps, and to the door to the right here. This will take us to our next biological sample site. Again, you gotta hop out and feed it an ion cube. And then head on in through the teleporter. Then you'll head through the, follow the path, trail, cave, whatever you want to call it. This one here, you can fall off. It's not a big deal if you do. So like I just did, you can get back up. You can take your prawn and just walk back up. Coming back, it's a different story on that part where I just fell off. You can only walk up the one side of the room, so you have to make it across that bridge. It's no big deal if you fall off. You just have to do it again. You got to make it across in order to get back to the teleporter, though. Once again, I leave the prawn inside force field. Chase after a little fish here. Get another scan. I believe this is relatively close to the island. Again, I'm not 100% sure. I don't go looking around to verify it though. But we're looking for an eye stalk. Basically looks like little tentacles growing up with like glowy little balls on them. And there is one bush down off this edge here. There it is. I'm just looking around, making sure, because like I said, I'm not 100% sure where this is. If I'm right about it being near the island with the alien base on it, there, grab the ice dog. Then there could be warpers or other predators in the area, and I don't want to risk getting killed. I did look around a little bit. I grabbed a couple of materials, but I'm not going to fool around too much. Back into the prawn, back to the cave, and then to the teleporter. Like I said, this is the one you have to make it across in order to get out of the room. Doesn't hurt you to fall off, just means you got to do it again. So back to the teleporter, then we'll go back to the main room, And then the next room to the right is again just a room where you can scan stuff. So if you're one of the people like me who tries to scan everything, then you'll want to go through it. If you don't care about scans, then you can skip it altogether.
This room appears to be a biological archive storing more than 40 indigenous egg specimens in different states of development.
As you can see, there is another data terminal in there. There isn't much that you can actually scan in this one, though. I was kind of surprised. You got all these different eggs, but you can't scan any of them. So really the only thing you can get out of here is the data terminal. I don't think it's necessary to get it. In fact, I know it's not necessary to get it in order to beat the game, but it does add more information to your data pad. Okay, the next room to the right, once again, you got to power up the teleporter and then head on through it. Like I said, there is some predators in this one. It would not be a bad idea to save this before you go. I did die the first time I played this at this spot. There are 2 predators you got to be careful of. If you remember the little robotic-looking electric eel thing, it is here, and then there's also a Leviathan class predator that can also potentially get you, and I got hit by both of them my first time through here. Once again, I leave the prawn out. It makes too much noise and attracts them faster. However, the electric eel creature, it will, right there, it will follow you all the way to the force field. It won't go through it, but it'll follow you all the way to it, or chase you all the way to it. Remember, this green stuff is corrosive, and it does hurt. Trying to get my bearings here. Now, the plant we're looking for is going to be growing in that green stuff along the bottom, but it's going to stick out. And then I'll show you what it looks like here in a second. I've found that if you stay close to these roots and whatnot, it's a little bit safer. It's a little harder for those predators to get to you, but they do come for you. You can see right there in the background there, very faintly, is the python. There he is. I believe that's the ghost of the python. But here's the plant you need. It just sticks right up top. And like I said, the green stuff is corrosive and will hurt you. I took almost 25% damage from there. A little bit of them there. So that is the last biological sample that we need to create the enzyme. So we're going to head back. There's 2 ways you can go from here, because we have to create the enzyme, which means we need one of the. I'm drawing a blank at the moment. The fabricator. We need a fabricator, and we have 2. There's one at the base and there's one on the sub. So you can just go back to the sub and do it. I actually go to the base. Sub is probably faster, but I end up going. But I chose to go to the base. Not sure why, but that is actually one of the 2 reasons why I brought the sea moth to the other side of the teleporter, because I wanted to use the sea moth and travel faster. So, since I decided to go to my base near the surface, I'm headed to the teleporter. Then I'll hop in the Seamoth and head to my base. I'm going to use the fabricator there to create the enzyme that we need in order to hatch the eggs.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So we're back at the base.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Go to the fabricator and build or create the enzyme. And then take the Seamoth back to the teleporter and go back. I edited it out. I just stood here for probably about 5 minutes and waited for my Seamoth battery to charge back up to 100%. But I cut that out so you didn't have to sit through it. So we're headed back, and basically we're going to go through. I'm going to go through the teleporter, apply the enzyme. The eggs are going to hatch, and that's going to be pretty much the end of the video. And there will probably be maybe 10 or 15 seconds between the end of this video and the start of number 35. So like I said, this video is just about 5 minutes longer than my target of 20 minutes. It's about 25 minutes. So it's just a little bit longer than I prefer, but it's the last vital step in getting what we need, which you'll see in the next video. Back to the teleporter. Hop out, swim through. And to activate it, and you don't need to get in the prawn. I take it down there. But I mean, you can leave it here, take it down, whichever. But to use it, you're just going to go up to the data terminal there, and you're going to use the data terminal. It's going to take the enzymes from your inventory automatically. And then you just stand back, watch the eggs hatch, and that's going to be it for us. And I'll see you in the next video.